In this video, I'm going to show you how to derive the equation to calculate the lever arm of internal forces, that is this Z, the lever arm between FC and FS. As you can see, in this example, we are using the rectangular stress block. We have our reinforced concrete beam section here, and I have already drawn the forces and stress block and also the strains diagram. Assuming that the steel yields, we can start developing the equation to calculate a lever arm of internal forces. At the end of this video, I will show you how to undertake a check to make sure that steel in fact yields. Now what we are going to do is look at a moment equilibrium, and based on moment equilibrium we are going to develop a few equations. First thing we are going to do is take moments about the centroid of the compressive force, which is this force here. So we're going to take moments about the centroid of that force. We can write M is equal to Fs times Z. That's basically this force Fs and the lever arm is Z. And then we can expand this. We can write Fyk times area of steel times Z over gamma S. This is basically equal to Fyd. So we can write Fyd times As times Z. Fid is design yield strength of reinforcement. Then we can take moments about the centroid of tensile force, which is this. We can write M is equal to Fc times Z, and then we can expand that by writing Fav times B times X times Z. We know for simplified rectangular stress block Fav, which is the average stress in this concrete compressive section, Fav is equal to lambda eta FCD. Lambda and eta factors are used to define the effective height of the compression zone and effective strength respectively. You can see that lambda is used here to define the effective height of compression zone. And from this we can also write beta in here. Beta is equal to lambda over 2. Now we can rewrite this equation and we can replace Fav in here with lambda eta times FCD. FCD is the design compressive strength of concrete. Lambda eta FCD times B times X times Z. In this equation, B is the breadth of this concrete section and X is this height here from the topmost compressive fiber to the neutral axis. Now based on these two equations, we can write that this expression is equal to this expression. Hence Fyd As Z is equal to lambda eta FCD times B times X times Z. Then we can write X is equal to Fyd times As over lambda eta FCD times B. Based on these forces and stress block diagram, we can develop a relationship between Z effective depth D and beta x. We can write Z is equal to D minus beta times x. So Z is this, D would be from this point to this point, and when we take away beta x from D, that is going to be equal to Z. And we've already written here beta is equal to lambda over 2, hence we can write Z is equal to D minus lambda x over 2. Then what we can do is replace this x with a previously derived expression, which is this. We can write this is equal to D minus lambda fyd times as over lambda eta fcd times b. Now we can rewrite the same equation as Z is equal to D times 1 minus fyd as over, you can see that I've made a mistake here. I've missed out this 2, so that would be 1 over 2. So going back to this equation again, we can write 2 times eta fcd times b times d. So now we have finished a derivation of the equation to calculate lever arm of internal forces. Now this is to be valid, we need to make sure that the assumption we made at the beginning is correct. So to satisfy this requirement and to make sure that the steel yields, we need to make sure our section meets the following condition, which is x over d must be smaller than or equal to 1 over fyd es sigma cu3 plus 1. If you're not sure what these letters or symbols mean, I'm going to put a description against each notation in the description box below, so you know what they are. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please like the video, and if you would like to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to our channel.